Hey everyone, welcome to the Autism Mind and Life channel. Today, we are going to talk about what is the purpose of genetic testing in autism. This is a super important topic that raises many questions, so I ask you to watch the video until the end. Let's understand together the real utility of these tests, what they can tell us in relation to the treatment of autism. So make sure to subscribe to the channel so we can help you with more information about autism. Genetic testing is a subject that has gained prominence and aroused the interest of many people. You might wonder, what is the role of these exams in the context of autism? Do they have the ability to identify the cause of autism and, beyond that, guide us towards more targeted and personalized therapeutic approaches? Genetics has played an increasing role in understanding various health conditions, and autism is no different. Through advanced exams such as exome sequencing, it is possible to analyze our children's genes in search of variations that may be associated with the autistic spectrum. This is a complex and constantly evolving area that promises not only to clarify the biological foundations of autism, but also to open doors to new possibilities for treatment and monitoring. Let's explore the relevance of genetic tests, talk about the impact they can have on treatment and the quality of life of an autistic child. Autism Spectrum Disorder, commonly referred to as autism, is a neurological and developmental condition that manifests from childhood and persists throughout life. It is characterized by challenges in the areas of communication and social interaction, in addition to restricted and repetitive patterns of behaviors, interests, or activities. But it is essential to understand that autism is a spectrum, which means that the condition presents itself uniquely in each person, varying from milder cases where individuals can lead an independent life to more intense cases that may require continual support. In this context, genetic tests emerge as an interest resource, especially in families where there is already a diagnosed case. By undergoing genetic testing, a family may discover that the risks of having another child with autism are higher or lower than the average population. However, it's crucial to understand that these tests do not offer definitive guarantees. They are tools that assess risks and probabilities, but autism is a complex disorder with multiple genetic factors. Therefore, a genetic test result is not a certainty, but an indicator that can help prepare parents for possible scenarios, always with the awareness that each child is unique and that genetics is not only a factor that contributes to development of ASD. Genetic testing can be used to guide and educate families about what risks really mean. The correct interpretation of risks is a crucial aspect of understanding what these numbers represent in real life. As for the diversity within the autism spectrum, it reflects the complexity of the human genome. There is not a single autism gene. Instead, multiple genetic variations and combinations are known to contribute to the development of autism. Some of these variations may be inherited, while others may occur spontaneously. Each type of autism is as unique as the people themselves, and the genetic contribution is just one piece of the puzzle, which also includes environmental and biological factors. Currently, science has identified several genes that may be associated with autism, but this discovery is just one piece of the complex puzzle that constitutes autism. The number of known genes is still limited, and even when specific genes are identified, we do not have technologies or genetic therapies that allow us to alter them to prevent or cure autism. Genetic research in autism offers insights to better understand the origins and the variability of disorder, but we are still in the early stages of understanding how these information can be used practically in treatment or in improving the quality of life of individuals with autism. So, we are going to talk about the main genetic tests. The first one, karyotype. The karyotype is a cytogenetic exam that allows for the visualization of an individual's complete set of chromosomes, organized and classified by size and shape. It is used for detecting chromosomal abnormalities such as trisomy or translocation, which can be related to various genetic conditions. Second one, CG8 array, which means comparative genomic hybridization array. This technique is a form of cytogenomic analysis that detects variations in the numbers of copies of DNA segments across genome. It is more sensitive than the traditional karyotype for detecting gains and losses of genetic material, even if very small, which may be associated with developmental disorder. And the most complete one is the exome sequencing. This is currently the most modern and comprehensive. The exome represents approximately 1 to 2% of human genome, but contains most of the genes known to be related to diseases. Exome sequencing is a technique that specifically focuses on this part of the DNA, sequencing all the exons, which are the regions of the DNA that encode proteins. This approach is effective for identifying genetic variations that may be at the origin of many genetic diseases, including some forms of autism. Have you ever considered if there is a specific exam that can diagnose autism? The reality is that the diagnosis of autism is based on clinical evaluation, not on a single test or a laboratory exam. Child development specialists such as psychologists and pediatric neurologists use rigorous diagnostic criteria to assess a range of behaviors and communication skills of the child. Thus, even though genetic tests or neuroimaging may be requested to complement the evaluation, there is no specific exam for autism. The diagnosis is made clinically. When addressing genetic testing in the context of autism, it is important to be clear that although some genes associated with autism has been identified, there is currently no method to alter these genes to directly benefit an autistic child. Tests can reveal information about genetic predisposition, but the existing therapeutic options do not include genetic interventions that can modify these hereditary characteristics. Therefore, the contribution of genetic testing is more in understanding the condition than in immediate therapeutic application to alter the genes. In summary, undergoing genetic testing can help understanding a little more about autism, but it will not change your child's treatment. There are many genes involved, and science is still studying them, so even if the tests show something, today we cannot use this information to treat autism directly. Today, the treatment for autism is still behavioral therapy, which is scientifically proven and recognized. So if you want to see your child development, focus on the therapies, as they are the ones that will work to change behaviors and reduce symptoms on children. So now we have come to the end of this video, and if you found the information useful, please show us by leaving your like and commenting down below. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any content. I see you in the next video.